What's up everybody? We are here in Harajuku. Now I'm here in a corridor, but this corridor is extended from the newest area of Harajuku, which includes Uniqlo and a new IKEA. They basically renovated everything around the station. So I'm gonna take you to a few places, show you what some of the great areas are and some of the areas that key into the old Urahara movement here in Harajuku. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so where I stand right now is the main corridor or the main intersection of Harajuku. And so this is where it really gets complicated because Harajuku, the way that it's situated, is really in the midst of an entire commerce line. So let me go ahead and give you a little bit of the lay of the land. From this corner right here and behind me, this is all of Harajuku behind me. We're gonna see our first location in Laforet and Great and all that good stuff. The Urahara is in this area. If you keep on going in this direction over here, behind me, over there, see? That's Shibuya. So you're gonna get to Tower Records, Shibuya Stream, Miyashita Park. They have a skate park there, which is pretty cool. Starbucks and Fragment collaboration over there. And an LV store. The LV store is in that direction. Also Kith is over there at Miyashita Park. So if you go in that direction and you like that kind of stuff, that's that way. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. This street right here that I'm on, if we go up and down, I don't even know if this is north and south, but it seems like that. Anyway, so if you go this way, in that direction, right? That direction is towards the other commerce areas in a row. So we're in Harajuku right now. Next comes Omotesando, which is like right there. Like seriously, I cross the street, it's Omotesando. So as you go down this road, you'll notice that it gets a little bit more posh. So Harajuku tends to be kind of like the low end, whereas you keep on going to Omotesando, a little bit more high end. By the time you get to Minami Aoyama, that's when you're seeing places like Prada, Balenciaga, Yohji Yamamoto, Rick Owens, and all of that good stuff. So depending on where you're at in fashion, that's where you're gonna go. That's the direction, right? So Harajuku is low, Omotesando second level, Minami Aoyama is like the third level. All right, so our first stop on the tour is Laforet. Laforet is basically the epicenter of youth street culture in Harajuku. Dare I say all of Tokyo. This is where all of the styles that you know from yesteryear and today come from, or at least that's where the boutiques initially used to make their home. So in here, there are 6 levels. There's 150 plus stores, including Mad Store Undercover, Ground Y, Human Made is in here. So there's a lot. It's a lot of stuff you know and a lot of stuff you don't know. They also have 2 basements that have a lot of the Visual K, Lolita styles from yesteryear that many of you probably already know about that made Japan famous in the mid 90s and early 2000s. This is probably the first place you want to go to just to get your bearings and to understand what Harajuku culture is all about. But if you are a hype beast, there's one location that you obviously should check out that is located in this building. They have their own little space. It's called Great, and it definitely is great for you all who like those hype brands that you kind of already know about. Of course, I can't take you to Harajuku without taking you to the main area that made Harajuku famous in the first place. Yes, Laforet is a fantastic place to kind of get your bearings, but Harajuku is not Harajuku without the Urahara and the movement that it spurred. This is one of the most important areas that we're in right now, and you're gonna see so many homegrown favorites, places like Neighborhood, FR2, Legenda, all that good stuff. It is the place to go to in Harajuku. You must go to the Urahara. You can skip everything, but if you skip the Urahara, you're skipping a large portion of what makes this area great. All right, so let us begin here. We're gonna take a small little detour on actually where to start, especially for some of you streetwear fans out there. Right ahead of us, we got the FR2 store. FR2, started by Yoshikawa. Same dude who started Vanquish. We got somebody going in there. They're going to work. They're doing what they gotta do. So you gotta make sure you go into every little corner here, right? That's really the test of your Harajuku knowledge and where you're gonna be. All right, right over there is the FR2 Ume store. That's usually for the ladies, but guys be going in there too, so it doesn't really matter. Delta 1 is right there. They carry Goros. Fool's Judge, that's the downstairs area. Re-Squad right there, that is kind of like a tech, I don't know if you like tech stuff. They have a little bit of a tech vibe going on in there. Right over here, we got Kickslab. Kickslab has several locations here in Harajuku, so you gotta remember that. It's a sneaker shop, carries a lot of sneakers that you know about, a lot of sneakers that you don't know about, some Japanese exclusives, some rares, doesn't really matter. This place right here used to be a place that carried Ben Davis. I forgot the name of it, but now it's Endless Summer. The Endless Summer is a store that carries kind of like a Southwestern California style, California culture, which is quite prominent in Japan. Like Southwestern and California culture is really big. Right here is at Atmos, they're renovating that, so don't worry about this. This store used to be a Tokyo 23, but I think it changed, so that's one place to check about. Backwoodsboro, they carry Back Channel, the brand. If you're interested in more sneakers, because I know some of you are, before that, Fool's Judge, don't be faked out by that store. They will take all your money. Billy's E&T, they carry a lot of Tokyo exclusive colorways. It's not necessarily, they're basically GRs, but colorways that only come out in Japan of popular sneakers from the major brands like Nike, Adidas, etc., what have you. Right here used to be Undefeated. It's no longer there, but like I said before, Tokyo 23 used to be a small store. Now it is this big location. This area right here is actually the newest area that they're building. And what they're gonna be doing is adding more tenants, more fashion, more stuff, obviously. That area actually used to be a Kickslab. So it used to be another Kickslab here. There used to be the main Kickslab store, and then they tore it down, and now they're making this new area. That place was supposed to be done before the Olympics, but because of the pandemic, because of what happened, they never finished it. So now they're finishing it, which is quite odd. You got the Ape store right here. Ape, obviously the sister brand of Bape. If you're interested, that's where it is. Just keep on going down this corridor. Right over here, this store right around is another Kickslab. So obviously, like I said, sneaker shops, and if I didn't tell you before, Kickslab is a sneaker shop. Sneaker shops are becoming huge in Japan. They're all over the place. The biggest one, Atmos, just got bought out by Foot Locker. So you can imagine how big sneakers are in Japan today. Upstairs, we got Attractions Clothing. They have a nice little vintage array, if you will. Really cool stuff. Huff made its way over here as well. Huff, obviously, skate shop, you know what that is. Carhartt, been here forever, so if you want work in progress or you want that Carhartt vibe, workwear, that's the place that you're going. People are cleaning up stuff. So they're cleaning up. Somebody threw up over there. It's disgusting. Sneaker Dog is StockX's competitor here in Japan. However, they do sell used stuff as well, as far as used clothing and used sneakers. Oh, over here, Black Means Shot NYC at Lazy Hazy Planet. So this used to be fully Shot NYC, and now the exterior's changed and it has Lazy Hazy Planet. Lazy Hazy Planet is a store that carries, it's a select shop that carries everything from Needles to Nepenthes to Junji to Julius to Shot NYC, Black Means, Y3. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, absolutely Lazy Hazy Planet. This area was an area that used to have stores, now it's not. So A lot of stuff going on. This used to be here for so long. Now it's a one style. One style carries another jewelry store, accessory store. But this used to be a kimono shop, and now the kimono shop is gone. So you see how some of these are just not here anymore. It's weird, it's odd. It's crazy to see all these changes. Blows is still here. They carry a lot of chrome hearts. So if you like chrome hearts, that's where you're going. This guy down here, he sold Japanese embroidered jackets to pretty much everybody from Kanye West to Justin Bieber. So if you want to see like Skajang, that's where you're gonna go. And a lot of this stuff is new. A lot of this stuff is just brand new places that they just built within the last 2 years or so. A lot of this has just been supplanted by bigger labels like Studios, which is right next to us. You got Studios Second, which carries a lot of high-end stuff. Brands like Name. What else they got? A lot of Japanese labels. Needles in here, unused. Kijima Takayuki. Now, as I'm walking to the next spot, I don't want to leave you hanging. So, of course, we got to do Harajuku Fit Watch 2022. Let's get it. Now, for many of you, I know that Bape needs no introduction, but for those of you that do, 1993, started by Nigo, sold by Nigo in 2011 to the, what was it? Man, I was on a roll right there. It was sold to the IT group, and now it's more of an independent brand once again, but it's not run by Nigo at all. It's just, you know, IT just broke off, and I think another brand company also owns it. Anyway, next part. So the reason why I'm taking you here is obviously the history of Bape in the Urahara is crazy. I mean, that's what most Westerners know from Harajuku, from the street side. Bape has kind of turned into this icon where, of course, it has these huge stores, your locations, more than one. There's another one in Shibuya, but it also just points to how strong the brand is. To be relevant for over 30 years is a testament in and of itself. Now, many of you already know that I'm not really a Bape fan as far as wearing it, but that doesn't mean that I don't respect it and what it has done for the culture of Japanese fashion. It is a phenomenal place, not just Bape, of course, but just Harajuku in general. It's been one of the most inspirational places for me as a person who's involved in fashion could ever go. All of this stuff stems from the Japanese ability to take what was already there and make it even more. And that is what I love about Japanese fashion and why Harajuku is the epitome of it. Now, there are plenty more places to go. I didn't even scratch the surface of all of Harajuku. And of course, we have Omotesando and Minami Aoyama and Daikanyama and Koenji to go to. So there's so many other places as far as street culture and fashion that need to be explored, and we're gonna explore them right here. And if you want an extended version of this episode right here, all you have to do is join us on Patreon, where you get access to our fashion business course class, our monthly webinar, our private Discord, and a whole bunch of other extras that we can come up with. Join us there. Patreon keeps the lights on, keep us going to different places. And the support is lovely. But most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international fashion, culture, and business from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And I will see you guys in a minute.